friends. I want to show you one of the methods that I've talked about for keeping myself on track. I've talked about this if you're on my email list. You've heard of this. I've talked about it in some of my health groups, and this really works best if you're a type A list making kind of person. So if you get personal satisfaction from checking something off of your to-do list, then this might help you stay on track. So I thought it might be easier to show you guys a visual of one that I have going right now. Now, before I show you, I've done these for all different types of time frames. So the one that I have here is for all of March, but I've done this for as few as 3 days. Depending on what the goal is, I've done them for as long as 90 days. It really can work for anything like that. Now, typically, I'm doing this to hit one activity goal. So right now I have a few different things, and I'll explain that. But typically it's just one thing that I'm trying to accomplish, and it's not result focused, it's action focused. So the point of it is to keep you doing the things that you know will get you to your goals, and keep you on point for the actions you need to take. And so what you do is you set what that thing is going to be and how many days in a row you want to hit your activity. So if you're trying not to drink pop and the longest you've ever went is 3 days, maybe you go 4 or 5 days this time. So you make it a little bit of a stretch, but don't make it unachievable. So how many days you do it is going to vary greatly depending on what it is that you're trying to do, right? But then each day that you accomplish the task, you just mark off an X on your calendar. So you can just draw one out. You can use an actual calendar. I do not recommend that you do it digitally because it just doesn't have the same effect as pen to paper, whatever it is that does with your brain, and checking things off. This seems to work better. So if you don't care about completing tasks on a list, this probably won't work for you. But if knowing like this is a promise to yourself, right? I'm promising myself I'm going to do this thing for these amount of days. And every day that I get to make an X, that's a promise completed to me. So I don't want to break the X's. I take that super serious. I told myself I'm going to do this. That means I'm not breaking my streak. And every day that you get closer to your goal because you get to make an X just gives you this sense of achievement. It keeps you going. So here's what the one is that I have going on for this month. For the month of March, I want to be hitting my exercise goals. That's easy enough for me because I'm following a very structured program. I like the workouts. It's not really a problem. So that's kind of almost a freebie for me. I have specific dietary goals. Now, those are usually relatively easy for me. I've been a little bit of a slacker randomly. So here's where this is a benefit. I went out to dinner with friends last night. Now, normally, if I'm being loosey-goosey with my meals, even if it's not my day that I'm going to cheat. Now, if I knew ahead of time I was going with them, I would have planned accordingly. But I didn't. It was impromptu, and I just had a cheat meal, so I can't have another one. Normally, I would probably just do it anyways and eat the chips and the salsa and have a margarita. But I wanted to come home last night and put an X here, so I didn't. I stuck to my meal plan. So it just keeps you going that way. Now, some of my things are a little bit more relaxed. Like I'm trying to increase my recovery, my heart rate variability, all these different things that I track for my sleep. So I know a couple of things that normally help with that. I'm going to try those things for a week. And if it's not getting me where I want, I have another layer of something that I'm going to add in. So parts of my plan are flexible, parts of my plan are not. And so this will just, you can kind of do what you need to do with it. If, let's say, I were trying to quit smoking and I were going to take Chantix to do it and use Nicorette gum. I'm just making something up here. My first thing might not be days without cigarettes. It might be if I were doing cold turkey, right? Then that's cool. Do that. But if I had a plan in place, I might go, okay, I want to take my Chantix every day for 3 weeks and then I'm going to quit smoking. I'm not saying that's what you do. I just made that up. But I would draw my X's would be the days that I took the Chantix, right? And then the days that I quit smoking, on the days I said I would. So it can be a flexible thing. Maybe you want to eat a vegetable every day for 5 days because you hate vegetables and you're trying to eat them more. Or maybe you're trying to not drink so much coffee. You're giving yourself a 1 cup a day limit. And so you want to do that for 7 days. Then you make a little calendar that's 7 days. It's flexible. It can work for anything. I do these different types of things for my business even. If there's certain activities I know I need to be taking for my business, I'll make a little calendar up for it. So I don't know. See it, play around with it. Let me know what you think. But if you're a list person, this might just be the thing for you.